come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. So there we are. We're back to WhatMap. It happens. It goes full circle. First of all, let's just say, hopefully the stream's going to be stable. Last week was an absolute freaking nightmare. There was one whole stream that just didn't happen at all. Last night's stream was fairly stable apart from about 30 seconds, which was absolutely expected. And so today I'm wholly expecting everything to go absolutely to pants several times. If it does, hopefully somebody will let me know in the chat and we'll do a restart on the stream. So anyway, where are we today? Happy We No Longer Need a Monarchy Day to all of my American friends. And happy good riddance to all those Americans, to all the UK viewers. Hi, hello, yes, just having a giggle with you. Yes, of course. Happy Independence Day to everybody in the US. Have fun, don't get too drunk. All right, I'm expecting no viewers today. Currently have no viewers on the live as well, so there we go. There were a couple when I started and they just went. Oh, and now we're back up to 4. So yes, happy Independence Day, America. So to celebrate Independence Day for America, today we'll be looking at the top performing map of the moment, and it's of course French. Of course it's French. So what we'll do is we'll do the usual. Let me just make sure we are set up. Looks about right to me. There we go. Millau, by everybody's favourite vanilla bridge builder. Hi RLD. RLD, very, very snazzy little abbreviated name there. So yeah, we'll check out Millau. Famous specifically for a viaduct, which is just a little bit on the large side. There it is. Yeah. Never really thought about the Millau Viaduct, and today we're going to be able to explore it in 3 dimensions and decide whether or not we feel it was just a little bit of an overkill. Maybe, I don't know. Right, so what do we know about Millau? Well, it's Teddy Radko, well known and best known for their vanilla bridge constructs, and while the Millau Viaduct, I'm pretty sure we have got an asset on the workshop which will enable you to actually build this. Teddy Radko, ladies and gentlemen, well, it's going to be vanilla. It's going to be pristine vanilla. Right, okay, so it's a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. Vous êtes intéressé par un gras... See, I still haven't run this French through a translation matrix yet, but it's got to be, do you want a big croissant? Do you want a big croissant? Are you interested in a big croissant? Probably. I don't know. It's a flaky bagel, all right? For those on Independence Day. It's not a flaky bagel. It's really nothing like a bagel at all. Anyway, ground croissant. It's flaky. It's a flaky pastry. Anyway, we've got beautiful. Just beautiful. God, I love Teddy Radko. 4,000 subscribers already. Pretty neat. 216 marked it as a favourite. Millau is probably... Is it Millau or Millau? I go Millau. I've always said Millau. Again, another one I've not run through Google. It's probably the most beautiful vanilla asset map you will find on the workshop. What a statement from Teddy Radko. Look, I've got a big head myself, right? I am. I'm surprised I can put my jumper on in the morning. That's how big my head is. But I just haven't got the gall. I'm too English. Too English to say I've made the most beautiful vanilla asset map you will find in the workshop. Maybe it is. Maybe we will all agree with that statement by the end of the review, or it'll be yeah, or the worst case scenario is a great way to start off here. Hi RLD, I will answer your question in the chat question in a minute. We do have colloquial local celebrations, but we haven't got anything quite like that, but I'll get to that in a moment. Anyway, let's at least read about the map first of all. It's probably also the last map I'll make for Cities Skylines before the sequel launches later this year. Not surprising. We're getting down to, what, 16 weeks now until the new game launches. If you start making a map now, if it takes you a month, say 4 or 5 weeks, and that would be fairly quick for a top-level map maker, it's barely worth even starting now. Anyway, it's an absolute joy to make the map. Surroundings are... Oh, yeah, I mean, basically, what the topography will force you to be creative, much as in real life, but I'm sure you'll overcome. Good. We have 4 outside connections, 1, 2, 3, 4, and lots of dummy connections, which we can ignore. Lovely. And loads of images. Nice, pretty. The map is as you expect, based on the terrain height map of the small town of Millau, or Millau, in Occitan. You'll find the commune. You'll find the Millau commune in the Aviron department. Anyway, yeah, it's French, all right. The rivers, and anyway, there's your background, right? I'm not even going to bother continue reading. I'm struggling badly enough already. After discovering such an epic curved cable-stayed bridge was in fact possible to build using the monorail track method, I could just not resist making a complete map. That's good. If anyone's going to do it, it was going to be Teddy Radko. Mods and DLC. It's a mass transit map. We know that. It's already prepped for intersection marking tool and TMPE. Network anarchy suggested, but not necessary. Also using the Move It import. If you have Move It and you don't mind nipping on over to the allbuilds.org, Teddy Radko has a Move It export that you can switch in slightly better if you've got the Bridges and Piers content creator pack. So we're going to get these, but this is possible. I'll be reviewing it with the vanilla base, and it can only be better if you've got the content. I do have the content pack. I just didn't have time before we started the review. There's a whole bunch of themes showing here. It does say at the top that Teddy has used the vanilla temperate map theme along with the vanilla European LUT, and that is what I've done for the setup. So yeah, we're going with vanilla, and it's literally 100% vanilla. How many maps do we do 100% vanilla? Not many. A lot of trees gives you about place. So basically, I don't think we'd look. I scanned through this earlier. The rivers on the map may act a little wonky because of how small they are, but you know, that's you can't get around the down mark by saying they might be a bit wonky. If they're wonky, they'll be wonky. You may experience some objects flickering near the south edge of the map. It's a game bug. But what can we do? What can we do? Eh? I'm not going to worry too much. I'm going to assume it's a mod issue. I've had so many mod issues lately. Anyway, so we've got what looks like a very sound map indeed. Cannot wait to get a proper look at it, which means we should switch back to the map view. Now, RLD, do we in the UK have a similar holiday to the 4th? Well, not really. Not directly. The 4th of July is true America, right? It is, let's put a flag, not that you need to put a flag up a pole because your country is built around a flag. But, so we don't have anything quite like that. We do have things like the monarch's birthday, which is, that was a few weeks ago, the official birthday of the monarch. So the king's official birthday, the queen's birthday previously. It's usually, I think it's the first Saturday in June, I think, or there or thereabouts that we have. But anyway, so we have the monarch's official birthday, which is all trooping and bands and all that sort of stuff. It's not a holiday as such, but it's a celebration. The nearest thing I would say to the 4th of July, because of the fireworks, the firecrackers, would be the 5th of November, which is not a public holiday per se. We don't get a day off for it, but it is celebrated by a lot. It's also hated by many because the banging, scaring pets and stuff like that. But that is a weird celebration because if we go back to the 1600s, there was a gentleman by the name, a French gentleman, we're doing the French map, so it does fit in, by the name of Guy Fawkes, who started this plot to blow up the Houses of Parliament. The plot failed. Guy Fawkes was captured, and we celebrate Guy Fawkes Night, aka Bonfire Night, on the 5th of November. There's even a little phrase, a little ditty, was it? Remember the 5th of November, bonfires something and plots. Yeah. This is how often I do it, but yes, that's the nearest thing we have to the 5th of July. Nothing like the 5th of July, is there? Wow. Yeah, nothing quite like the 4th of July over here, directly speaking. Similarly, we don't have Thanksgiving, because clearly, again, that's very much tied into the founding of your great nation. And we've been here since, we're 1,000 years now. As we stand as the monarchy, 1,000 years. So yeah, we don't have anything quite like that. But we have other stuff, like anytime there's anything royal, we just go, woo, excellent, let's celebrate. Oh, brilliant. Anyway, yeah, so that is that. Yeah, we don't have a 4th, but we have various other silly things because we're the United Kingdom. Anyway, right, so yeah, we should have a little talk about Millau. Let's get back to maps, shall we? Before the stream crashes. Again, if the stream crashes, let me know in the chat while the thing is still live, and worst case scenario, I'll start a new stream. Okay, so I'm loving this. You know what Teddy says, this is the most beautiful map on the workshop. I can't disagree based on this view alone. There's nothing here that I would counter argue. Oh, there are better looking maps. This is a good start. Remember, this is vanilla theme and vanilla LUT as well. Pretty impressive. Right, let's have a little look-see at the info views, because we always start with the info views. Terrain heights, pretty much what we're expecting, aren't we? Something like that. Resources, Teddy's gone heavy on the oil. Very heavy on the oil. I don't know, do they have oil in Millau? Probably, maybe, possibly. I would have thought we would be more fertile. But then if they're looking for a specific aesthetic, I would argue, if somebody wants to Google what the industries are like in this area, it looks like, I get a feel that the area would be possibly a little bit of ore. Possibly. But it just looks like a fertile area. It's certainly a fertile area of France. So, yeah, I don't know so much about the so much oil, but there we go. What am I moaning about? Okay. Then Sunset Harbour. If you've got Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, your fishing map will look like this. It just looks like Salmon River to me. There might be a patch or two of anchovies along there. I can't really make out from this height. To be honest with you, if you want to play a fishing map, I don't think Milau's the one that you're going to be loading up. So it's not really holding the map back at all. Outside connections. Am I expecting... Oh, we've got the 2 air routes, but we know about them because they appear on the info screens on the workshop. And then water flow in the start square. There's actually something quite interesting about the start square, which I'll get to in a moment. Start square is here. Do you know what? We've got fairly good flowing water. I would suggest probably running with water towers and pumping your sewage into the river if you're working 100% vanilla base game. If you've got DLCs, of course, there are other options available. Ah, bonjour. But Anapu. Anapu, I need you badly. Okay, we are going to switch back in a second to, let me just make sure we are set. We are right. Vous êtes intéressé par un gros croissant? Would you like a large croissant? or something along those lines. Would I be right? I had literally done no research on that. You are interested in a big crescent? Am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know, please. I'm desperate for the information. Okay. While Anna Poop types crazily, telling me how crazy I am. It's probably something about elephants in the room. I know. Right. Where were we? We were coming out. So yes, water. Definitely good water flow. No grumbles with that. Now, what I found interesting when the map loaded, here's your start square, and normally when you load a map up, the camera position is kind of like this. There we go. I would have expected the camera to have been set like this, but it wasn't. The camera actually loaded up here at this location. Now, I do not know why. I don't really understand even how. It's probably outside of the 25 tiles. BonBonB lover of croissants. I don't mind a croissant. It's not my favourite snack. But, bear with me. What's going on there? Keep walking by, you moron. Yes, sorry. Yes, trouble outside the front of my building there. But trouble kept walking, so that was all right. Anyway, yes, we've got a good-looking map. Start square is here. Now, I'm not entirely sure how we get to that location. We'll work out that looks like a highway. So I think we're going to be following the highway, probably from over here. And it looks like there's an intersection about here, taking us onto local roads down to the start square. So that's what we're going to do. That's the route we're going to follow. I've no idea how well this is going to work. But remember, to quote Teddy Radko, to quote the workshop, probably the most beautiful vanilla map on the workshop ever. You know what? I'm still having trouble finding an argument against that statement. I'm still... It's very nice, okay? It's very, very nice. Can I find an argument? I don't know. But yeah, we'll check out the viaduct, the quality of it, and also its location. Does its location make any sense? I know it's real life, and we are talking about something that was built to serve a purpose. But would it be one that I look at it as a city builder going, well, I wouldn't have done that in a city builder game? You know, clearly, I know better than real life. Absolutely, I do. I should be employed by somebody in real life to go, oh, you didn't want to do it like that. Oh, brilliant. Anyway, how's everybody's week going? I've really enjoyed the week so far. The new dev diary drop, 1 or 2 new tidbits in there, which like the waypoints was a really interesting thing to see. I've got to get in touch with this week's guest for Cities Skylines 2 o'clock because there's plenty to talk about. Cannot wait to get my teeth into that one as well. What we got here, is this a... Oh, it's a road bridge. A little bit. Wait, a vanilla map with an intersection marking tool. Well, yes. You don't need the mod, but if you have the mod, it happens to be ready to go. So it's vanilla. If you don't have the mod, you'll see this map exactly as it's meant to be. Like, we've got no controller as well. But if you have the mods, then it'll be slightly fine-tuned, slightly better. Like with the intersections in place here. So that's fine. I don't mind that. I don't mind it being described as vanilla. I would call this... I joined in the discussion on the internet at one point. I would call this map Vanilla Plus because it's 100% vanilla. Does require DLC, so I would say it's 100% Mass Transit Vanilla Plus. Because what it does is it allows... Are we turning off here? I think we are. Are we? Whereabouts are we? Lost track of where we are on the map. We are. We're turning. I think we're going to turn off here. Right. We'll take this roundabout, the roundabout, down this way. Very slick little. Loving the lane management there as well. Beautifully done. Yeah, good, nice intersection there. I don't even know if we're going the right route, but we're going to follow this way anyway. But yes, Vanilla Plus. So you can have things built in that, for example, I'm sure you had one, Anapu, where you listed Park Life. Wasn't that one of the top 100 maps recently and last week, where you listed Park Life as like additional? You can, if you haven't got Park Life, you don't get the Sea Life. If you have got Park Life, then you get more. You don't need Park Life; the map won't be broken. And so I think that all counts. You can have mods on the vanilla map, as long as the vanilla map works very happily without the mods. I foresee a lot of small villages. I really feel a lot of small villages on this map. Yeah, it does feel very French rural. Being attacked by a moth. Go away, moth. Lovely. There's going to be a new meme. The vampire moths. I've got no idea if we're in the start square. Let's have a look. Oh, we are. Well, there you go. I made it to the start square. I'm literally surprised that I found my way to the start square. Right, okay. So, yeah, that was very pleasing. Little road comes off down here. We've got I do love these roundabouts. Roundabouts have been done very well indeed. Dirt track leading down to the abandoned, burnt out shack, of course. And the tree work is just really lovely. I mean, it's Tenny Radko. They know what they're doing. And the river work, I'm good with that. They did say in the description that the rivers might be a bit clunky. Maybe we'll have a look at, or wonky or whatever. We'll have a look at some of the upstream rivers at some point. But I think the big thing, we've got to start at this. Everybody loves a big old bridge. They don't get much bigger than the Millau Viaduct. Right, so what do we know? Mossisobo. Thank you, Mossisobo. Yeah, beautiful. The area is, what's this here? The area is known as the Fertile Croissant. Thanks, Jason. Thank you. Yeah, so yeah, apparently we have that going for us. Right, I'm guessing this here. Oh, we've got the old magic car trick. I love this. Oh, wow. I'm loving the way that croissant with sausage. Yeah, that's not to my taste. I'm not a big, like I say, I don't mind a croissant. A lot of people really love them. I don't mind them. A proper butter croissant's nice. But I've got 1,000 pastries and Danishes and whatever that I'd rather have over a croissant. But yeah, if you gave me one, I wouldn't argue. Certainly, croissant with sausage doesn't really do anything for me, but nothing wrong with it. So anyway, I'm guessing this is either a like a viewing area, touristy viewing area. Come off and then you can go for a walk, or it might be related to toll. Don't know if the Millau Viaduct has some kind of toll structure, but my first thought is that this has got to be viewing area. Hi Maverick. Again, we do have a resident Frenchman in the room at the moment. If you want to tell, because I've done no research, I know zero about, well, I mean not zero, not much. I know very little about the Millau Viaduct, other than watching a couple of half, what's the word I'm looking for? What's called YouTube documentaries. There we go. Sort of like a couple of 5-minute YouTube documentaries, but they were a long time ago. So most of the information I learned from that has just completely gone. Well, anyway, Tenny Radko. So this isn't a custom bridge. This is a custom vanilla bridge where everything has been built with vanilla assets and monorail cables. And of course, Teddy Radko. The thing is, I look at that, and you know what the first thing I think is when I see that? My first thought is, that looks like the Millau Viaduct. Which is the ultimate compliment. Was it 7 spans? Yeah, 7 spans. Hi, Teddy. Oh, also found a few trees. Hang on a second. You found a few trees under the roads. Oh, bless you, Teddy. Oh, bless you. Well, don't worry too. I've not seen any yet. I'll take your word for it. I have been discussing how you've called this the most beautiful map. Beautiful vanilla map on the workshop. And sort of like making a big controversy about it. Interested in the big croissant. Thank you. Yes, exactly what I thought it would have meant. Interested? Yeah. Indeed. 3% slope. Oh, well, don't worry about that. Delete them before BonBon sees them. It might be a little bit too late. But anyway, yes. Am I interested in the big croissant? I am. I am indeed. Right, okay. So, well, I can see why we got a viaduct. There's no real bypass, is there? If you're going to go from this high ground here to this high ground here, and the location of the viaduct makes perfect sense as well when you look at the terrain. They've built this in what to me is a very logical location. Big old bridge. Everybody loves a big old Teddy Radko vanilla custom bridge. Then we have all this high ground over here. I saw him start off a new game on the map. It looks good. Who started a new game? Hang on. Hi, Stannington. What? Teddy Radko? I don't know. Where are we? I'm just seeing here. Trees. I've got to go looking for trees, haven't I? Nah. Listen, if I don't see them, you get away with it. Even though you're admitting to it, you're going to kind of get away with it, all right? Lots of foreboding French land here. There's a lot of men riding bicycles with onions around their neck, because that is what all French men look like, with black and white striped jumpers. And I'm sat here wearing a bowler hat and a bow tie, because that's what all Englishmen look like. Oh, you gotta love it. Oh, it is so funny. And all Americans, 32 stone. There we go. Every single American with 14 guns in their holster. Yeah, love stereotypes. They're the best. Love them. Right, so let's have a little look at these wonky rivers, or potentially wonky rivers. I don't think they're going to be as bad as Teddy. I think Teddy was winding us up with this. Yo, it's fine. This is fine. And to be honest, if they were wonky up here, it wouldn't matter that much, because we are close to the edge of the map. I remember to let the system run a little while before actually going live today as well, which was the first time in ages I've remembered to do that. But they look good. Got another set of rivers rolling up this way. Rivers are fine. Yeah, rivers are fine. I've got no problem with the rivers. There might be trees under a road somewhere. I kind of want to find them now, but don't tell me where they are. If I don't see them, they don't exist, okay? Possibly small argument along here for a little bit of very light digitization there. Very, very light. It's not a problem really. That could have actually been disguised. Not that you really want to care about this, but that could have been disguised with the way the foliage works on it. But because it's been left completely bare, it makes it very clear to see. That said, it's very clearly softened. It has been worked. So that's all good to me. It's all good to me. I'll catch up with the chat in a moment. I see it's kicking off a little bit. Nice. Nice. Oh, it's a castle. Wondering if this is that commune. Do let me know, Teddy, because you're obviously the expert on Millau now. And we're definitely not. Well, I'm definitely not. That's different. That's very different. I don't know if I like it or I just think it's different. I mean, I don't dislike it. So that's good. It's different. I approve of different. People doing something just a little bit. And oh, that so we can get this effect. That'll be why. But these do look all right. Sticking out the sides there. But yeah, we've got that. That's good. That's good. It's different. Do like a nicely done castle. Oh, we've even got a flagpole. Oh, hang on. What's this flag? I don't know what flag that is. Tricolor. What could that be? It's probably something European. Tricolor. Anyways, right. Let's pull back. And yeah, I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have a sip of my coffee while I read the chat. So if I go quiet for a moment, it's only because I'm reading. Let's have a chat. Let's have a look. No monocle. Yeah, well, my eyesight is still okay. I don't need a monocle. So I'm kind of kidding myself a little bit there. You're 11.4 stone. That's lightweight, actually. I could blow on you, you'd fall over. Rivers are fine. Yep. Kappa cool. There was something about beret. Standing. Yes! I forgot about the beret. My bad. There are a lot of current mods, RLD, being baked into CS2. The only one that's kind of obscure at the moment is Move It. I'm just wondering whether Move It functionality will be built in without having to click any buttons. So literally click on the building and drag it. Maybe it will move. I've not seen anything to suggest that will be the case, but I've not seen any icons on the screen that suggest we will have Move It as a vanilla mod. So yeah, I don't know. I'd say just hoping that by clicking and dragging you'll be able to move anything about. Right, let's have a look. Let's all leave with the fingers we came with. Right. Okay, at the bridge. Tree under the road. Ooh. What bridge? There were bridges. Vanilla temperate theme. Vanilla European LUT. Absolutely. That's exactly how we've got it set up here. Although render it lighting settings might not have it exactly as per your screenshots. Not sure if that's intentional. Don't like the Z fighting. What can you do? Huh? Some people. Usually me. Two polygons sharing the same plane. Yes, it's always what can you do, right? Millau Vanilla, a pop group from the 1990s. Yeah, sounds like it. I have the South of France building style. I have it. Would suit this map. It would. Anyway, yes. Near the castle, the little bridge. Oh, you're going to cost Teddy a star, aren't you? Even though they've admitted to it. Let's go find the castle. Excuse me, croaking away here. Right, castle. There's a little bridge. And a tree is there. Alright, follows us down here. We hit a road. Pull the camera back a little bit. Oh, crikey. Where's this bridge? Somebody winding me up. There's a bridge here. Oh, there you go. There we are. You know what that is right there? That is the loss of a 5th star if we're looking for 5 stars or looking at 5 stars for detail. That's enough to cost a 5th star. It's not enough to cost a 4th star, unless of course you are right at the bottom end of 4 stars. But there we go, well spotted. But yes, beautiful. Well done. Well done. 0 out of 10. Yes, totally agree with you. Tree painting. Loving the way it's been done. I'm loving the way it's been done. This, see the theme and the LUT that I'm looking at now. Again, the vanilla temperate theme, the vanilla European LUT, the choice of vanilla trees, the way they've been used. It's just lovely. It is just lovely. I'm not saying that because Teddy's here, because I would soon say, you know me, I don't shy away. No, a little elevated section here to allow the water to run underneath. I do like these little things, these little touches. You probably, it is covered in the description, I remember this. You'll probably want to use Traffic Manager or whatever, because this is National Road, and then you hit this little bridge. You're probably going to want to tweak the speed limits or just remove the street signs, probably. Anyway, it's very nice, very, very nice. And the plateaus are nice. The only reason they're visible is anarchy. Yes. Yep. But you've got to admit, let's go back to that tree. I will find it again. There we go. Right. You see, you have to admit that that tree is massively affecting the available tree count, right? you take this tree off, you've got a whole new tree that you can actually place on the map as a vanilla builder. It makes all of the difference. Oh man, you guys kill me, you really do. I'm trying not to die here. Asthma's been a bit bad the last couple of days, and so yeah, I've been trying not to laugh because I just end up having a bit of a coughing fit. But it's alright. I'm alright. It's only asthma, alright? There are people who have it way worse than me. There we go. Oh, look at this. Looky here. Creeping up the side of the mountain with the reinforced concrete under the roads there. Very sweetly done. Bringing you up via the switchbacks to the top. That's very nicely done. Is there anything on here that's not nicely done, Teddy? Is there anything on this map that I'm going to look at and go, well, actually, I'm not keen on this? I mean, if there's anything, right, it's this whole plateau here, which is a bit meh. But I really can't ask you to do anything with it, because then it wouldn't be Millau. And what you've done here is absolutely on point. It doesn't feel empty. We've got little patches of tree detailing where you want it. Little patches of rock work just to make life a bit interesting. Just a little selection of trees. Just, it's not boring. It's disinteresting, but it's not boring. and there's just nothing to complain about. And then good intersection works. I mean, frankly, it's very nice indeed. Right. So anything else we're going to check out before we go any further? Oh, we've got more switchbacks tucked in here. Very tidy. Wow. Okay. Can we say wow? We can say wow. Another little mini bridgelet there. Just allowing the water to flow underneath. The wet season rains and stuff. And just look at the tree. Okay, just look at the tree work here. Just look at it. It's just spilling down. All the trees in the valley. Wow, 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 wow. Bit sad I didn't have time to think about going with the bridges and pillars, move it, export, but there we go. It's there for those that want it. Right, I'm going to stop because I don't think there's much more I'm going to see here. Oh, hang on. You know what we haven't done? There we go. Let's do the start square. Looks good. Looks interesting. Second tile. Let's go into this mode here. Second tiles are all interesting. Then, yeah, I mean, I've got no complaints there at all. I don't even need to go any further with that. Wow. Yeah, Teddy, there was something interesting. In case you missed at the beginning. When I load the map up, and I did cover this in the chat at the beginning. When I load a map up, it normally puts me in the start square at a view something like this. Ballpark. But not on your map. This map, it loaded the camera position. I don't even remember where it was now. Hang on. Is there a... I really don't remember where it was. Oh, it was over here, I think. Was it over here? It was here. Loaded it here. So is there any reason that you can think of? Again, it's not a problem. It's really not a problem. But can you any reason you can think of why the camera would have loaded in at this point instead of at the start square? Again, it's not going to affect any score or anything like that. It's just if you had the answer, then at least I would understand how it happens. Acme finds... Yeah, it might be. Acme acting funny. Possibly. Possibly. Funny things have been happening. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter. Right, okay, let's... What's the view going to be for the screenshot? We've got to have... Well, it's not even a screenshot, is it? It's going to be... We look down... really awkward terrain to get a beautiful screenshot. I'm going with that. That will do. Right. Let's have a quick look at the chat before I rate this thing up. Feel free to put your thoughts for aesthetics, for detail, and for gameplay. It won't affect me because I've already got a few numbers in my head, roughly speaking. Okay. Tested the theme. Trees are fine. There is no road. There is no road. There is no spoon, apparently, as well. Doesn't seem super reproducible with the camera. I'm with you. Anyway, Maverick, I found the Acme settings got saved with the map. Anyone subscribed to it get... Ah, there we go, Mav. That makes absolute sense. So yeah, that is... So that'll be what it is. So for anybody who's watching, wondering what's being discussed and you don't really understand, is we have all the... It's a vanilla map, but it's been made with mods like the intersection marking tool. And because the intersection marking tool has been used on the map, these have been exported with the map. And if you have the intersection marking tool, you'll get the intersection markings. And if you haven't got the intersection marking tool, then you don't. And it's fine. And what's happened is Teddy Radko has got Acme, the camera mod. I'm using Acme, the camera mod. So therefore, when he's saved the game, the camera position from the Acme camera mod has been saved. And when I've loaded up the game, it's accessed the Acme camera mod game camera position. So that is why. It is Acme Maverick being a complete legend again with a brain. I don't know. It's... What's it like to have a brain, people? I just don't know. You'd have the sun at your back. Do you know what? I probably would as well. I think the answer would be for me to move the sun, because I like this angle for the screenshot. With the sun on my back, it's you just haven't got the angle. So anyway, it's fine. And nobody cares, do they really? Too much in shadow. I'll move the sun position if you really want me to, all right? Oh, staying as it is. It doesn't matter. The screenshot, if for the thumbnail, was taken from the... I started taking the thumbnails directly from the workshop page. If the creator likes that first image, then I'm happy to run with it. Right, okay, so aesthetically, what do I think? Well, Teddy Radko said it's the most beautiful vanilla map on the workshop. I've not seen anything here to argue against it. I could argue there are others at least equal with it, but I can't argue against it. And it feels really odd me saying this. I'm going 5 stars. I just can't see what more could be done. I mean, there's more that can be... There's always more that can be done. Always more. You've got... we could have more insane work along the rivers with river reeds. We could have maybe some flowers or whatever like that, detailing the intersections, whatever. There's always more that can be done, but honestly, the argument that it's the most beautiful vanilla map on the workshop, I cannot argue against it. And I can't see what I would do to make the map better. There's some minor detailing stuff that I can probably throw into the mix, but honestly, yeah, I'll give it that 5th star. Because I am going to whack it with the detailing hammer, clearly. Partying face. Teddy's happy. Right, detail. 2 stars. No, just joking. Just joking. Right, detailing. Very, 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 very good. It's not going to be anything short of very, 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 very good. Obviously, the trees, well, you've got a couple under the highway. They're not making much of a difference. There is one that is definitely... I mean, the argument is it's a vanilla map, so therefore the tree won't show. But it is still under the road, and it's unnecessarily there. So the castle, I like what's been done. I think, again, I wouldn't like to try and do better myself. I'm never ever going to claim to be of that caliber, but I feel that there's definitely room for either an improvement or a better way of doing or whatever with those wooden bridge pillars. I like it, but I'm not... I don't think it's 5 stars. I don't think it's 5 stars. I'm going overall score for a high 4. So on the old sliding scale, about 3/4 of the way up through the 4th star. Very close. Very, very close. And I absolutely love it, but I can't go 5. Maverick thinks all-star, of course. Of course. Was it your first 5th star? I'm surprised, Teddy. I'm surprised. I would have guessed you'd had one before, minimum. But there we go. And I would have thought that the 5th star would have been in detailing, because that's, yeah, you are the detail, the vanilla impossible construct man. So, sorry, I'm assuming your gender there, Teddy, but well, if you've got a name Teddy, you're going to be assumed as a male. Right, so, so yeah, high 4. For gameplay potential, I like it a lot. It's exactly perfect for what it needs to be. I can't mark it down on anything. If you're looking to recreate, if you're looking for a rural build, you're talking 5 stars. But with a map like this, do I feel it for a all guns blazing fire? I don't know that I do. I don't know that I do. I don't think there's any more that you could have done. It's the terrain, you see. It's the terrain. I'm going to go for and I'm going to go for, I'm going to go for a middle 4. I don't think there's anything more you could have done. But it's very enticing. Makes you want to play. A skilled map builder will want to play on this, and it'll be a 5 star for them. It just doesn't quite grab me for that 5th star. So yeah, we're going to go for a middle 4. So 5, very high 4, and middle 4, and the clear seal of approval. Definitely big one there. Gorgeous map, awesome review. Oh, thanks, Ria. Awesome review. Lots of fireworks and stars from the USA. You got to run. Listen, you go and have a good evening, Ria. Have a great. Go and get absolutely ratted. Yeah. I don't know if that's a British term or not, but yeah, ratted. Get completely blotto. Drink lots of beer is what I'm saying. Okay. Not every map needs to be. You're true. Absolutely, not every map needs to be for a metropolis. It's a beautiful map. It's very beautifully playable, and I love it. I love it, and I thank you so much for sharing it. And I can't wait to see what you and the others create in Skylines 2, and I can't wait to see what I create in Skylines 2. Tell that to Hong Kong. Yeah. Oh my God, yes. What a city that is, eh? Anyways, what's this? It's helpful, Teddy, but it's better to check the FOVs because it will cause the map. Oh, I'm with you. Excuse me. I did look for the trees under the roads. A few slipped through. I'm not worried. The castle extra pillars are weird. Not there in your game. Maybe move it. Advanced pillar control failed. Possibly. Possibly. But the thing is, even those castle pillars, the ones, they kind of look like wooden abutments. And they look so, even though they're not supposed to be there, they still look good. But they didn't look so good, if you know what I mean. I could have literally bought into them, and with a little bit of the glitching gods, it could have been 5 stars because they would have been that good. But yeah, so yeah, not there in your map. That's the problem with mods, isn't it? Hey, there we are. I can only review what I see. Hi Gerard. What I saw looked really great. Yeah, big score for this map. There's one that you can definitely go back and watch again. Lots of good stuff on here. Right, anyways, I think we're done. I'll be back within the hour with a Christchurch map. It's a, what was it? Not re-up. Let me just check my wording here. Me wording. What's me wording? Remastered. There we go. Christchurch, New Zealand remastered. It does look very, very good as well. We've done Christchurch maps at least twice on the channel, and they've been getting better. And this one looks so much better. So yeah, if you want to check out a New Zealand map. Now again, the stream will not be directly findable on YouTube. It's just the way I do things now with the second stream. if you want to... Excuse me, I'm choking. Let me get some coffee. I'm dying here. There we go. Oh, there's another argument against the 5th star for gameplay. You've got the aesthetics right with the resource painting, but it's all oil. And I would have liked to have seen more fertile. But again, the aesthetics might not have looked right. So anyway, that's by the by. That's by the by. So anyway, yes, the Christchurch map. If you want to see the review of that, the link to that will be over on Patreon. Patreon.com/BonBonB. Link is in the description. You don't need to be a member. You don't need to be a channel supporter. Of course, you're welcome to become a channel supporter, but you don't need to be. It'll be free to view, but the link will be over there and not findable on YouTube directly. And that's about it. That is about it. Fertile and oil overlap. Makes sense. And aren't exclusive. Yes, that makes sense, Teddy. Makes sense. But yeah, at the end of the day, to be honest with you, I'd kind of forgotten about it. It didn't affect your score. It just, when I came to justify it to myself right at the very end there, I remembered it and I go, well, there you go. That backs up my decision. I'm happier with my decision after remembering that than I was before I remembered it. But anyway, yes, Stannington, exactly right. I'm going to say the same. Hi, Tamade, you've arrived just in time for me to say goodbye. We'll be back up within the hour with the Christchurch map. And would you believe it? We got through a stream without it crashing. When was the last time we did that? I don't know. So anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing. Make sure you have hit the like button. If you made it this far, it's the very least you can do. And I will see, hopefully, some of you within the hour with Christchurch. Thanks. I'll see you very, very soon. Bye now.
Come here now, girl.